Chapter 17, the Renaissance and Reformation. Section 2, the Reformation. In 1305, the French king got Clement V elected pope, then moved the center of the church to Avignon, France. In 1378, the church split when a pope was elected to stay in Rome and the other at Avignon. This became known as the Great Schism. Each side demanded obedience from the faithful, which caused confusion and weakened the church. In a conference in 1414, church officials removed the Avignon pope, convinced the Roman pope to resign, and then elected Pope Martin V to unify the church. About a third of the lands in Europe were owned by the church, and money was needed to maintain them. Europeans paid taxes to the church, and indulgences, which are forgiveness of sins, were sold. The church spent large sums of money on the arts and personal pleasures. Martin Luther was a German monk who disagreed with some of the church teachings, so he posted this list of issues on the church doors called the 95 Theses. He believed that people could be saved only if they had faith, clergy were not needed to explain the Bible, and indulgences were bad. Luther was told to take his statements back, but he did not, so he was excommunicated. Luther and his followers formed their own religious movement, which opposed the Catholic Church, known as the Reformation, and the people were called Protestants. Because people interpreted the Bible in different ways, different varieties of Protestantism arose. John Calvin believed in predestination, the belief that Christians could do nothing to earn salvation. God had already chosen those to be saved before they were born. King Henry VIII wanted a divorce from his wife, Catherine of Aragon, but the church would not permit it, so he started his own church, the Church of England, or the Anglican Church, so he could divorce his wife. The Church of England kept most of the Catholic beliefs, but rejected the authority of the Pope. The Catholic Church took many steps to reform many of the problems that Luther had argued, known as the Counter-Reformation. At the Council of Trent, church officials met to discuss reform and define the Catholic belief system. New religious orders like the Jesuits were supported by the church. Formed by Ignatius of Loyola in the 1530s, the Jesuits learned obedience and discipline and helped to spread Catholicism across Africa, Asia, and the Americas. Missionaries were formed to persuade people to convert to Christianity. Franciscans, Dominicans, and Jesuits all performed missionary work. Francis of Assisi founded the Franciscans, a mendicant order, which means they own nothing and lived by begging. That is the end of Section 2.